I don't know who needs to hear this, but if I even feel like I can spin the block, that means you did not do your job. You know, you got all these people bragging like, oh, they always come back, they always come back. That means they always don't respect you. Now, I'm not saying I don't respect anybody I spin the block on, because I know some of them are going to see this. And baby, obviously I respect you and I love you. You're always the exception to everything I say. I miss you so much. I'm going to text you soon, I promise. Anyways, if they're not watching this, of course I don't respect them. They put me in a position where I feel like I'm always going to be welcomed back with open arms. And I love that, but at the same time, it's like, stand up. And I'm not saying you shouldn't let me back in, because you should, because I'm a lovely man. But at the same time, it's like, you know, maybe push back a little. Like, make me do some convincing. Like, nah, babe, for real this time. But even the act of me attempting to come back on my BS kind of says a lot about you. Like, you're a safe haven. I know where home is, and I know how much you hate that. It's almost as if I'm using you as a pit stop in between my significant romantic ventures. Now, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's almost as if I was saying that. So people are always like, ooh, he can't shake me. He can't get over me. He can't move on. No, I just know you're the one who's going to put up with my nonsense at the moment. And even if that ends up not being true, I gave it a good try, which means you got to present yourself in a better way. So work on that. Like,
I don't know about y'all, but when a man that I used to talk to that broke my fucking heart spin a block on me, I'd be truly embarrassed. I'd be flabbergasted. I'd be like, oh my God, this man hates me, for real. That is not a flex. That's not a flex. You wanna know why? He wanna know if you still Donald Duck, bitch. And if he can make you quack, all right? It's duck season. And he had to get his ducks lined up. Then I had to sit back and think, girl, they always come back. They have no dignity. They have no respect for themselves. They always gonna come back. Because their mindset is, I don't feel guilty for hurting you because at the time it was satisfying my needs and giving me what I want. But at the same time, I don't hate you because you didn't do anything to me. It's so carefree when they spin the block. Act like nothing happened. Because what they was doing, what they typically do on a daily basis is satisfy their needs, take care of themselves, worry only about themselves. People who hurt people can never handle what they dish. Because people like them, they love to throw rocks and hide their hand. But the minute a person throw a motherfucking brick at their head, bitch, they're surprised. They're like, what is going on? Why would you do this to me? Yo, duck ass is just throwing buku rocks at the back of my motherfucking head. Bitch, you mad because I threw a brick? At least it was one.
As the old saying goes, what you allow, oh, that shit will always continue. The more access someone has to your energy, to use you for your attention, to have sex, to give you hope, the more they can spin the block any fucking time they please. See, there's only so many times before it becomes an expectation that you'll answer that text, you'll pick up that call, you'll link up for that talk because you've already shown them that you still have the same energy towards them. But when you go no contact, this ain't a fucking bargaining tactic. This is how you take your power back. The way you recognize that the actions and behaviors that you've displayed in the past, the times there were breakups to makeups, the times each of you promised that you change and shit went back to the same nonsense days or weeks later, are no longer. The question becomes, when have you had enough? Because that's not about willpower. This is about respect. You know, the respect you have for yourself and for what you know you deserve. So what you gonna do? Keep living off potential and hope, or put your fucking happiness first?
Personally, I love it when a guy spins the block. I get so excited. It's like a mini celebration because now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to act the fuck up. What you did to me, let's times it by 3, sweetheart. You ready? Cause I am.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if I even feel like I can spin the block, that means you did not do your job. You know, you got all...
Let's talk about it, ladies. Now listen to what that man just said, because that man just spit his fucking ass off. He was just 100% honest on everything I be telling y'all. If you let a man go and he spins the block on you and you let him back in, you've done nothing. When y'all think communication, no contact will work, it does nothing. Because as soon as they spin the block and y'all let them back in, they're going to get what they want from you, then leave you again. When y'all be like, oh, well, he always come back, he know where home is. No, you're his favorite goofy. Once again, you are a goofy goober. Like, you are the ultimate goofy goober. Like, you're a weenie head. Because he knows he can dish you, come back to you, dish you again, come back to you when he wants to. They play games with y'all. You are a yo-yo. He's going to throw you away, and then when he wants you again, he's going to bring you back. And they're showing it in their actions how they treat you. And he basically just described everything in this video. I don't even got to keep talking. He described it, but y'all not going to listen to me.
That man keeps spinning the block because you keep opening the door. It's as simple as that. Like, you literally have women who are in entanglements with men that they know damn well that they should not be in, right? And they'll try to leave and, you know, dude to stay gone for, you know, a week, couple weeks or whatever, and then he'll come back around. He done been inconsistent the whole time you been on him. And you finally done got away. He come back around and you open that door right back up for him to walk into. And what do I mean by that? Meaning responding to text messages, meaning picking up calls, meaning giving him access to you. If you know that that man is not the right man for you, there should be no access. But as long as he feels like, okay, she gonna pick up my calls, or she gonna let me slide through, or whatever, he gonna keep spinning the block, and he ain't gonna be serious, not now time.
Do not take him back. Do not let him spin a block on you. Do not let him come back into your life. The only reason that you're going to get a different man than the one that you had before is for two reasons. The first one is that this man knows that he fumbled you, that it is a major loss in his life. Okay, he cannot breathe. He's in his chest about losing you. Okay, the second reason is that you all have spent significant time away from each other. You both have spent years apart, not 28 days, baby. I'm talking about years, and now your lives have evolved and you're coming back to the drawing board. It is very hard for a man to see you outside from what you originally accepted. If he once gave you $20 and you were okay with that, why would he come back with $100, baby? You're a $20 girl. It's kind of like getting a new car. You get a new car and you're like, okay, leather seats, okay, sunroof, okay, Bluetooth. Then you get in a car a week later and you're like, okay. It's the novelty, okay? And men need the novelty. So unless those two things are happening, he's the same liar, he's the same cheater, he's the same man that can't communicate well, baby.
Women ask me all the time, why do we spin the block? We spin the block for a number of reasons. Number one, we love comfort. We love going back to what we're used to. We love not having to deal with something new. We love the comfort of something that we're already used to. Number two, we are spinning because we are actually ready. A lot of the time, us as guys, we were meant to provide, so we wait till we are built ourselves up to a certain level. Once we've built ourselves up for that certain level, then you know what we do? We spin the block and we go, because now we're finally ready. And the number three, and the most important of all, is convenience. It's the worst reason, but it's the truth. It is convenient to spin the block. Why would we be going out of our way to meet somebody new that could likely make us pay for 48 oysters, and now suddenly we're on this date with this girl and we have to skip out on the bill because the bill is way too much. We don't really want to get to know this girl when we really should be just home with that one girl that we curved at the time that we really needed her. That is why we spin the block. It sucks, but this is why.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if I even feel like I can spin the block, that means you did not do your job,
All right, so let me break this down for y'all a little bit so y'all could understand. There's two types of women that a man will come across throughout his lifetime. On one hand, we have the BS acceptor, and on the other hand, we have the Judge Judy's. Now, the BS acceptor, that's the girl who thinks that she could go back and forth with the guy for, like, she could be toxic with him. Like, she's gonna be the one with all the toxic stuff. Like, she believes that by going back and forth with you, she's about to be achieving something. That's the girl that will typically waste years of her life being toxic with a man that never loved her for real, and then make excuses about it in her head, so she can feel better. Now, on the other hand, you have the Judge Judy's. These are the women that we wouldn't even think about going back to or texting again because we know what's going to come from it. Nothing. Like, they will literally ignore us. She's not going to sit there and try to match her energy or get back at us or nothing like that, honestly. She'll just boss up right in front of our eyes. And again, I'm telling y'all, take it from me, there's nothing that we can do about it.
Hey, ladies. I need you to stop bragging about that guy who can't leave you alone and who keeps coming back to you. We are all super embarrassed that you continue to regard that as something to be proud of. You keep posting about it, you keep laughing about it, you keep making jokes about it. Oh, he just can't leave me alone. Oh, he can't get enough. Baby, I didn't want to have to be the one to tell you this, but you do need to know it's not an accomplishment. As long as you are a woman and he is a man, he is going to come back as long as you let him. The reason he's here and not somewhere else is because the other girl that he disrespected and tried to go back to had some boundaries and some self-respect, and she said no. It hurts to hear. I know it does. It burns, but it's the truth. He's back here because you keep letting him come back here. It doesn't have anything to do with who you are as a person, how beautiful you are, how hilarious you are, how smart you are. Nothing. Has nothing to do with any of that. The only determining factor in whether or not he's going to come back into your life and try again is whether or not you let him come back in your life and try again. That's it. So just, consider it. If you want to let him come back, that's fine. Do you? I can't change that. But I need you to stop bragging about it. We are all quite embarrassed for you. Okay? Okay.